What's on my stuff? Hello, guys. Hello. As expected, no change in the moves. Price spiked a little bit, but not much. There's not really much of a trade on FOMC today because really the trade is going to be after Powell comes in and does the presser. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to buy this right now. And oh shit, that went too fast. Sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me do it this way. I'm going to show you something that I've been fooling around while you guys have been gone since this morning. Let me modify the whole thing. I think I finally have the full picture for you of how to configure the dots in its simplest and most effective manner, right? We talked a little bit about the idea of being able to trying to sort of put my thoughts together in the most intelligent way. When we're scalping with negative risk reward, a lot of people really don't like that. And a lot of people also, I think, don't like the idea of super fast trades, right? So as I was looking at the whole structure of how we've designed the dots right now, I realized that really the single greatest trade that we can do is what I call press the dots, which is a combination of all of the filters that we have in the indicator now, as well as the ability to basically trade very, very large, long trends if we get them. The flip side of that is we're probably going to get stopped out a lot more, which is fine. But the idea is following. We have a dot entry. The stop is underneath the dot entry. If we get a second dot entry, we add to that dot entry, and then we exit on the third one. This is, I'm a little bit late. I actually already ran the account, about $200, the new one that I just opened up after I left you guys. Let me tell you sort of how that worked. I entered on this dot, got stopped out. Entered on this dot, stop is over here, held, and then I exited on this one over here for a full exit. But the way you would do this is you would essentially be able to ride the momentum right away, and that creates much, much larger, much bigger, much richer possibilities with much better P&Ls that you can gain. The other thing that I sort of wanted to show you here, which is interesting, is this. Okay, so let me show you why the filter that I put in is so valuable. I'm going to take the filter off, right? And remember, I left you guys at around 10 o'clock today. So we had this big move, and I left you off. And this is dots with the filter off, just with the filter off, right? Look what's happening. Here, you have some nice movement, but here, boom, you die. Here you die. Here you die. Here you die. Here you die. It's basically no movement at all for about an hour and a half. This is where everybody who you buy the high, it drops against you. You sell the low, it pops up against you. You buy the high, it pops against you. Every trade is a stop out. Every trade is a stop out. Now watch what happens when we apply the filter. Not perfect, but look what it does. When the price delta filter eliminates almost all these dots, right? So we only have, instead of like 6 or 7 false entries, maybe only 1 or 2. Which is what I was telling you, that it eliminates the lies. So you only have basically 2 small stop outs over here, and then you really start to create some interesting opportunities as the trend continues. So in that sense, this is, we have like let me just play this game with you along. This is, I understand it's really, really stupid to do this before Jerome talks because everything is going to turn, but we're going to basically, so I have a first entry here, added on the second dot. All the stops are underneath the first dot. And the take profit is open-ended, right? Basically open-ended. If it hits me up here, that's great. But basically, if I get a third dot, I'm just going to simply exit on the third dot as an exit structure. That way, what happens is, as I said, always, you are losing on 1, winning on 3 if things go your way. But of course, you can also lose on 2. This could completely reverse against me, which is normal. Given FOMC is just crazy like this. But even here, none of this is really a big hit, because especially if you're trading, micros, it's 100 up, 100 down. But when you win, it could be 300-400 up in a very, very meaningful way. So all of this really creates a very, very fertile opportunity for us to trade. Now, a lot of you guys are asking me about gold, and I absolutely do have. Gold, by the way, has been monster trade for us in terms of really picking up great signals. And we're going to use gold today with my favorite MT5 prop shop, Ola, along with my favorite here. I'm gonna sort of show you what we're gonna do, along with the favorite tool that I made for you guys, the MT5 Trader. You're gonna see how this tool can actually do both. Create swing-like trades and also just allow you to scalp to heart's content. I'm going to show you how I could scalp this thing for points, or also trade it with very, very longer term duration. All of it with just a click of a button, because every single thing in this tool that I made for you on MT5 is one single keystroke. B for buy, S for sell, X for exit, P for partial exit. I'm going to show you how I'm going to partial exit out of any winning positions on this thing in a matter of microseconds, which none of you are going to be able to do with any other way. With any other way. It looks like I got tagged out on the NASDAQ fund, so it's fine. We got a little bit tagged out on NASDAQ. Not a surprise. We will wait until Jerome comes on and starts talking and see when we develop any kind of a trend. I basically, the whole idea of all of this, I think that's really interesting, is that we can now simplify the whole dots universe into essentially trading dots on flow. You know, press the dots when they go our way, stop out when they don't, trade with trend, with counter trend, or both. Like, for example, this is a counter trend move, counter trend slice. The trend is still underneath here. That's the VWAP. So if you wanted to trade with trend, you would only be on the short side. You would only take the short trades. You can do that in the new version that I'm going to be putting out for you guys very, very soon. But when it comes to, you know what? We're going to open up a full, I want to open up a full, actually, you know what? Hang on a second. Let me do this. We're going to open up a full version of gold, so we can look at gold in a much more meaningful way here. And we're going to set up my gold parameters properly, so that my range, everything else is correct. I want candle volatility. No, it's got to be like 80 ticks. So I want to show the range. Look back ticks. The range is going to be 100 ticks, which is $10. That's the minimum range I need. All the dots are set up, and the filter is there. Okay, so we should be in good shape. And what we're looking for with gold, obviously, right now, where's my VWAP? Are we up or down? Oh, wow, look how far the VWAP is. We are in total negative territory. Okay. So we will look at, we'll look for, for gold eggs. It's just, if you guys want to fool around, where's my parsec? Oh, I got done. Look at this. Oh, no, I haven't done. I'm sorry. I thought I got done. I'm entry on this. So I'm going to show you how we can totally scalp using MT5, the same premises, the same ideas, using MT5 versus a Tradingview in this manner. I'm going to show you how right now price is going against me, so I'm doing nothing. When price starts going for me, I'm going to start selling, and then I'm going to start exiting. And you're going to see the incredible speed and the ability to do this on Ola. That is just unbelievable. I can't do this on TradingView. I can't do this actually anywhere on Tradeovate. The ability to kind of scalp like this is really, really going to be amazing. Let's watch. We got about a half an hour of basically nothing. So Kalman Smoother. I don't know what it is. I have to take a look at it. And see if it has any materially valuable fish. So we're gonna scalp gold right now, just for shits and giggles. I'm gonna just show you. No, I want the price to drop. Like, I want the price to close below this level to continue momentum to the downside. If I get that, I'm gonna press more on gold right now, and show you how I can scalp down on it. It's just, it's obviously very quiet because everybody's waiting for Jerome to talk. Okay, coming down. Yeah, gold is just putzing around. No movement at all. How's it look on the chart? So basically, this would be my stop point around 490. Comes back around there. I'll just stop myself out, and the next dot, I will initiate a new sequence, and I'll show it to you how to do it. So okay, so we'll stop ourselves out here, right? Stop ourselves out. Look how quickly I can get out of the position. Boom, and I'm out of position. And now let's try to look and see what we can do here on the move the other way. You know, is gold reversing towards the 4,900? We'll see. Remember, gold is going to be bullish if the Fed is dovish, which I think they will be in a sense that, you know, they're not going to. Let me see how to. Let's see if there was any responses to the dot plot or anything else on gold that is interesting. Fed dot plot, no changes from December. Expects one rate cut in 26, another in 27. So a pretty dovish posture, right? That's what's helping gold a little bit, but not much. Where's gold? It is rising a little bit. So let me show you what, you know, how you could trade this. Watch this. Boom. I just bought it, right? It just popped up. It's actually popped up a lot. And if it keeps popping up, I can just add to the position. A positive slope here. Nothing much moving here. Goes fresh highs. I'm gonna try to add just to show you the concept behind the idea of trying to add to winners, especially with this really fast looking tool. By the way, our friends at Ola are 40% off with their code. You can use their code, which is EOS40. That's 40% off, even more than our code if you want to get bigger discounts. I think that's going away in a day or two. So please take advantage of it if you can. Really great deal. And you get the free, it doesn't matter if you use our code or their code. As long as you buy it, I will give you the tool itself. All right, screw this. I'm getting killed. Let's go short. I just want to just find a little bit of momentum to show you. I'm kind of just getting whipped out. So I'm going short again. I'm going short again. See, I'm just pressing my shorts, right? Trying to find a little bit of direction. Again, this isn't trading. This is just demonstrating to you the power of this tool and just how fast I can execute all my trades. Now watch this. Sorry, I'm just price is just jumping around, not giving me the flow that I want. All right, I'm going to sell this more. Don't do the whips on me for the next 10 minutes so I can't show people what I want to show them. Don't do this to me, gold. Okay, This takes out the highs. I'm going to get, first of all, I'm going to get out of the whole thing. I'm going to go buy. I'm just trying to show you what happens when you have a good signal and you're trying to trade momentum, and just how fast you can get out of momentum. So just bear with me. I'm sorry, guys. It doesn't matter. We get whipsawed. We get whipsawed. It's not the end of the world. This is all for demo purposes. I just want to show you the technology. Fuck me. Come on. Go. Now it's going to range bound all the way. I'm going to buy the highs and sell the lows for the next 10 minutes because, of course, I just want to show you this one little thing. All right, let's stay this. I'm going to stay underneath all these things. I'm just going to simply stay with this position. Hopefully, it's not going to whipsaw me again. I mean, I don't care. These are trades. This is just demonstration of how this thing trades when I can get it to trade. Okay. Let's see if it can hold the move. There's no signals here, so I'm not taking any signals. I'm just trying to show you a little bit of momentum and how to use that momentum, how to use the tool to get out of really, really good quick trades when you do have the signals, and why it's so useful. But of course, nothing is going to go my way in Murphy's rule of life. Okay, we're starting to pop up a little bit. Come on, starting to pop up a little bit. Get up there. Yeah, we're going to play the press conference, but it's going to be on subtitles, and I'm just going to tell you what's going on. No, we're not going to straddle. We're not going to straddle the Fed is not a straddleable thing. There's no surprises on the Fed, and the moves that happen come out of the press conference when you don't know. He's going to say something that will just trigger a move, and we're just going to try to trade that move directionally once he says something. If he does say anything of value, sometimes nothing happens until he stops talking. So the Fed press conferences are always very they're not set events where you have a data set that everybody's trading against, unless it's a surprise rate cut or a rate hike. That's of course a big event, but that wasn't going to happen. All right, we're running. Come on, let's get up to 90. Let's go 86, 90. Let's do something interesting before Jerome comes up. 87. Come on, 87. Let's go. 87. 88. No, nothing. All right, we're just going to wait patiently until this thing tries to do anything. I'm going to watch Tradingview charts because it's just a waste of my time to watch this thing until we get some kind of a signal, and then I'll show you how to use it on the MT5 move. We're basically super flat. How's NQ? Oh, NQ is actually sold down. Sorry, we missed a few signals here because I've just been too obsessed with this. So this isn't a really great entry for me because the stop has to be about here. But I guess, and I would have pressed here, This would have been the trade. Sell here. This would have been a really, really good trade. Okay, I'll try to wait for the next cycle to show you how to trade this move here. But I'm just really, really wanted to show you the MT5 tool. And see what it wants to do. God, this is so fucking annoying. Come on, get up there. 84, 85. Okay, we're not going to watch this because it's just a waste of my time. But the trade would have, the trade cycle to do it properly is here. You have the, we short, this is obviously underneath the cycle. First entry here, stop here. Second, sell here, very, very deep in the money. And then, it doesn't go any further. So you get the third one, maybe a little bit against you, but overall, the position becomes very profitable to get out, if you wanted to trade it. That's the way for us to trade, like going forward, because that's going to give people a lot more ability to stay in the trades, to get bigger sizes on smaller lots, which is really very, very important. I'm still trying to. It's ironic because gold was really moving when we were trading NASDAQ today, and NASDAQ wasn't. And now gold is dead, and NASDAQ is actually moving. So it's one of the reasons I really, really only like trading one instrument at a time, whether it works or not, just because it's always impossible to keep attention on both things. All right, I'm going to get out of this thing. I'm so fucking tired of this bullshit. But you see how fast I can get out? And I'm going to sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it. Come on, bitch, go down. Go, 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 go. Because I want to show you something really interesting. Okay, I just need it to go 2 points down to just show you this, and I will kill this this screen until it does that. Because I want to show you what happens when you have fast markets and how cool this thing is in fast markets. Of course, that's the only thing I don't have is fast markets. All right, starting to move on. Now watch this. I can hit the P button, partial sell, partial sell, partial sell, right? Look how cool it is. Sell half, close partial, close partial. Now I'm down to like, half positions. And if I want to exit myself completely, just boom, ba-boom, totally out. Sorry, I know it's not as impressive as it may seem, but when you have big moves and you want to do partial scale outs on an instant basis, you can't imagine, like even in this position, you would have never been able to do this yourself without fast keystrokes. I literally did 7 trades in like less than a second. Now imagine when you have big, fast moving markets where the candles are like $10 large, and how much money you could capture in a matter of seconds using this, because all of this is algorithmic. That's what I wanted to kind of show you. Very, very poor demonstration because there's no fucking movement here at all right now. But when we do get movement, if you start speaking and saying something interesting, we can you can get movement on gold. I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put gold on my other screen here. Let me do this so I can keep an eye on it like this. And if I start seeing any kind of movement on gold, we'll switch over to that screen. I'm going to show you exactly how it's going to trade. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to keep it down here on the low, and we'll just trade it. Yeah, we'll just show you again. Let's say if it's going to go buy. If it comes back down below this low, I'll just get out of the position. But if it extends a little bit more, I'm going to show you how I could partial scale out of this position really, really nicely. See, like right now, I can do partial out. See, now it all goes to half size. I can do another partial out. Now it goes to 2 size. You see how, I don't know if you guys can see this. This started with 1 and now it's down to just a fifth. I've basically been able to pare down my profits super fast into a position. And now it gets out at break even, because the moment I go to partial, it's automatically programmed to take me out at break even. So again, very on very MT5, that is a tremendous game changer. You literally, if you know what you're doing, you could kill it. And as I said, this tool is totally free if you guys get the OLA accounts. That's why we made it for you guys, to be able to be like a sniper on the tool set. So very cool. It just installs. It's literally installs, and that's it. Just press the buttons and it will do whatever you want. You can configure the size. You can go up and down with arrows on size. If I want to get really large size, I can go 1, 2, 3. I can kill the account if I want to. Let's just say I'm going to go 3 large, and look at the position that I just took out, right? But here's what's interesting. If this goes even just a tiny fraction positive, like this, boom, look at this. Look how fast I just locked in $148. Before I could say a word, right? Exit, X, $148 done. Think about how much power you could do on this kind of a structure, large account, small size, whatever. I'm going to go down basically to my normal size here. I don't want to do this. I want to go down, wait. Down, like 10th size. Trade this. This would be like normal size. But you see the power of doing that. It's really cool. And OLA is all about that. Okay, Jerome is about to start. Let's go find him. Where is he? FOMC presser. Go from the Fed. You don't hear the audio. I'm trying to figure out how to do this on. I think I can do it through my thing. Captions. Continue. What's going on here? Come on. Where's my captions? What are you doing? Wow, that really sucks. Look how shitty the technology for the Fed is. All right, let's go maybe to YouTube. Press conference. There he is. He's talking. Closed captions. Okay. Here we go. We got closed captions on here, so you guys can watch it. You see that? You don't see the captions? I don't think you see the captions on the screen. Middle East is uncertain, and risks on both sides. You guys don't see the captions, huh? That sucks. Why is it not working? $2.3 on GDP, 2.7 next year. Job gains are low. Less immigration, causing less jobs. All right, let's watch NASDAQ here. If it sets up for a trade for us. He's talking in my background. You don't hear him talking, do you? You guys don't hear on my like through my speakers. You don't hear him talking, do you? Give me a yes or no, please. Yes, no, guys? Anybody hear him? No? Because I'll repeat what he says if you don't hear it. Okay, that's fine. Inflation in the goods sector because of tariffs, oil prices causing inflation. That's causing a little bit of negative move in the Nasdaq right now. .7% this year, inflation 2.2 next year. Gold is going down. Okay, let's sell a little bit of gold and let's play the game here. Too soon to know what the inflation effect on the economy is. So yeah, I'm shorting gold as it starts to come off because um, he sounds hawkish. Remember, interest rates not going up um, or interest rates not coming down is negative for gold, which doesn't have a yield. If we go above here, I'll just stop myself out above this blue dot. But for now, I'm just going to watch this. If it goes lower, I'm going to add to the position. Oh, I'm going to sell NASDAQ here against the stop over here. If it stops me out, it stops me out. Again, short position. But if it comes in, we'll be able to capitalize more on the trade. No, stop that. Okay, no problem. So he's saying that goods inflation is going to come down because tariff impact is a one-time impact that's going to wash out from the inflationary pressures. All right. Making progress on inflation. NASDAQ comes right back up. So does gold. Why is Fed going to cut despite the fact inflation is going up? Is the question to him. Going back to selling gold, I'm getting stopped out on these whipsaws, which is fine. I really, we're not trading this as a trade. I'm just trying to demo the product to you guys because there's really no signals in gold at all right now because it's still very choppy. As soon as I get an actual signal, I will tell you. I'll tell you that it's going to be a real trade. All right, coming back now, a real trade in Nasdaq against this dot. All right, short here against this stop over here. Okay, adding more to go just on the short side just to show you. And now, like, watch how I can partial scale out of this thing. Watch how I can partial scale out of this thing. Partial, 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 down to 1, and then boom, X, the whole position. Really cool, right? All right, let's see what we got here. Second dot, oh, third dot. Fuck, I'm missing the trades in NASDAQ. Wow. All right, sell this. Again, holding this as a stop here. Open, open in. You know what? I'm just going to get out of this fucking position. Sorry, I'm trying. It's hard to trade both of these things and show you the strategy cleanly while listening to him yammer on. So I'm just going to take some profits here, just bank a little bit of profit, and just leave this. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hold this, and if it's a third dot, I'm going to exit. If it's a third dot, I'm just going to exit on this dot. All right, I'm going to get out. Good. All right, so that trade resolved positively. So here's how that trade went. We shorted here, got stopped. Shorted here, covered on 3. Right? That's the. It's not exactly how that's going to look on the chart because it's pretty ugly the way I did it. But you'll see. Shorted here, get stopped. Shorted here, get covered here. Right? That's the cycle. That's what you want as an ability, uh, as the ability to be able to do this a couple of times. Then you're really, you're really killing it in the money. Economy growth has been solid. Inflation overshoot is from goods and tariffs. And unemployment is steady. So overall, his argument is the economy is pretty steady, which I agree with. And nobody has any idea what the impact of Iran will be as it develops. We'll have to see. just to show you guys, there's literally no dots on gold at all, except these two. That's it. Um, very very quiet. Just realized you guys didn't see this whole chart here. I think we need to. So one of the things he's talking about, in fact, has been 5 years of higher inflation. Started first with pandemic, then with the now with the energy shock. So he wants to contain inflation expectations. It sounds like they're pretty neutral to hawkish, honestly. So um, we'll see what the market wants to do. But I have a feeling if the market breaks the lows here, we're going to have some really nice, interesting trades here. Gold is going down again. Gold has a we have a selling gold here. Selling. I'm going to update that document later. Come to the lives tomorrow or actually end of the week. That document is going to be fully updated because we have a whole bunch of new logic and structure that we're going to be using. Selling more, just to show you. Look how easy it is for me to come in for an extra sell here, right? Selling more for possible more downward movement. Here's a cool thing you can do also, by the way. Look, I can increase size up like this, and maybe sell more if I want to. Again, guys, this is not. I'm not trading. I'm demoing the product we use. So don't follow me blindly on this thing. But these are the kind of things you have the power to do with a tool, especially in high momentum moves. It can really amplify your position or blow you up if you're not careful. Obviously, this isn't for the faint of heart. See, look at that. Look how fast that flips around, right? Just watch this thing on the bottom here. I just want to show you. Like I can close this off the moment it turns positive, if it does. We'll see. gold comes down. Look at this. Look, watch this. See that? That went just mildly positive, and I was able to close the whole position. That's like impossible to do under any other conditions. So let me just sell some more here right now. Boom. Look at that. Look how fast that is. Anyways, let's see what NASDAQ is doing. Nothing. No trades in NASDAQ so far. Oops. 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 I just made a mistake. Um, I don't know why this is this format is just not working. Sorry, guys. This is a new format that my producer made, and it's just not working. All right, we're just gonna watch Nasdaq and just watch the signals, and I'll just trade. And you'll fresh session lows. By the way, I'm gonna sell those. I'm gonna sell the fresh session lows against this high. If it bounces, too bad. If it goes new fresh session lows, I'm gonna add. Okay, fresh session lows. 20 seconds left. If this dot holds, I'm gonna sell more. Now, new dot. 4 seconds left. I'm gonna sell more. Sell more. Stop is above this level here. I'm just going to exit out on this dot. Could have done a little bit more, but you get the idea. Look how much money I pressed out of this by just basically taking one and pressing to the other. I could have pressed a lot more. I think we're going to go a little bit lower. I just, he's just talking in my ear, so I'm not really focused on it. You guys see? Did you guys see what I just did there? I know it's very hard to see on this thing. It's kind of annoying. Um, Let me just see if I could do this. Okay, maybe you guys can see this a little bit better now. A little bit better because you can see a little bit of my execution, right? But does everybody see what I just did there? Let me go over here, settings. Oh, sorry. See, see the sell here, cover here, right? 1, 2, 3. That's the structure um, on the P&L. Good job, good job. That's what I'm talking about. Adding on the dots. Oh, now you guys see the screens. Okay, cool. He's basically saying all of these things are one-off events. So he's kind of dismissing a lot of this angst that everybody has. I'm looking at this level over here, 76. If we close above that, we're going to go reverse on this idea and hold it and hold it against the lows. And if it gives us a green dot, we'll add to the dots. Yeah, I'll put a line over here against this move. Well, now we have a red dot to the bottom here. I'm watching this. I'm going to short this if it holds the red dot. Stop is going to be right above here. We'll leave the targets pretty much open. No dots, so no additional add here. Just staying in the trade. Still holding the lows here, not really able to make fresh lows. Might flip around and come back up. So I'm just staying very patient. This trade is either going to come down or going to stop me out and I'll reverse. All right, looks like we're turning. I'm going to go long and now hold my position against the lows. I'm adding to this. I'm now holding again against the lows. All right, exited on that dot and just holding one more position. But honestly, I'm going to just probably close it up here for a nice pull. The reason why I just sort of wanted to run you through this was basically $100 trade with very, very little heat. All right, you know what? I'm going to turn off. I can't stand listening to him. It's just all bullshit. Nothing new on the presser. Nothing really new. Powell's usual answer. We'll let you know when we know, kind of a thing. But the important part is I kind of just wanted to show you how all of our techniques with this press the dot strategy really, really works so much better, right? Yes, you're going to get clipped. Sometimes you're going to get clipped 3 times in a row for 20, 30, 40, points. Who cares? If the fifth one pays out 100, 150. This one paid out, I believe, like 125 or something. It was a very, very decent payout. And obviously, the more filtered the dot structure is, the cleaner it is, the better it becomes. This wasn't quite. We weren't quite trading the dots in this case because this was the end of the what do you call it? Session low reversal. We sold the session lows to see if there was any further press. Once there wasn't, we took out the high of this last low, a red dot candle over here. That turned us up, and then we just added to positive pressure, and then exited on the dot in this case, which was actually a very good strategy. We pretty much exited pretty much at the top here. And that four-minute trade was about $125 trade just on a couple of MNQs. That's the key way of trading for us. I think it's going to be much more palatable to a lot of people. Yes, it's going to be less accurate. We're not going to hit every single trade we do, but when we do hit them, they're going to be just so much more money. And I think most people are going to be much happier with that. And with the new filter that we have in place that only puts in the really, really, as clean a, sorry guys, I have this new layout, which I will not have tomorrow. I promise you. It's going to be the old layout that kind of constrains my screen. But you can see that, here's Powell, right? Here's the presser. We get stopped out. This is actually what we did. We get stopped out. We entered on, I believe, the second trade here. You would have gotten stopped out again. That's just, name of the game. Twice, you come in here, get out at, minus 20. Come in here, get out at minus 20. Then you come in here, and then you press here, and then you press here. Now you're three large, and you come out over here. Boom, you're flat out. Then we reverse. We reverse over here on this one, and we go up, we press here, and we exit here. So effectively, you minus one, plus 2, plus 3. And that's how the P&L really, really expands with very, very little heat on it. Sabra says he took $200 with the 4 minis. Yeah, you only used 2s, and I think I took out 125. Just a very, very cool way of trading. And this is really terrible market. This is by no means a good looking market. But where this really, really shines is in something like, let me see. Today is obviously a bad day. But even in something like this, you're in here and it takes you out. Okay, fine. Small loss. You're out $10. Then you're in here. You survive the stop here. You add here, right? And then you exit over here. And that's a massive move here. That's 61. That's like a $50 move on 2 of them. That becomes a $100 move over here on the move. Then you flip around here. Same idea. You short here, survive the stop, press more, make another $100. It's a much more efficient way of trading when we're pressing the dots. And when we have good flow, those dots really, really become valuable. Wow, look at that, Gloria. Let's give Gloria a little chicken dinner here. That's really, really great. Look at that. I think Gloria deserves a little chicken dinner here. Nice job. Winner, chicken dinner. Gloria is definitely the winner for the day. What a great trade. Good for you. Now, the thing is, I'm telling you that the new version of dots is going to be even better because we're going to just basically only have dots. We're going to get away from Christmas trees and reversals and anything else. We're just going to trade session highs, session lows, ORBs, and dots in their most filtered form, so that when we come into the trades, the signals are going to be much more meaningful. They're never going to be 100% accurate. They're not even going to be sometimes 70% accurate. But even at 65% accurate with a double, triple, quadruple entry, the P&L becomes that much better. I'm hoping to get them to about a 70% hit rate. It all depends, again, a lot on the market structure. We filter out a lot of chop, but if market is super choppy, you're still going to be clipped out. It's still going to get fooled into trades on weak market action, but it will absolutely clean out huge amount of garbage dot trades. And then if you want to just overlay trend only trades, you'll see let me just sort of show you what the trend only structure would look like here. By the way, here's a good example. I know we left gold early because I can't concentrate on one product. I have to concentrate on the other. But if you look at gold in terms of the dot structure, you're in here, you get stopped out. Here's your second entry, and you anchor on that entry, and you have zero risk. At this entry, this is your stop. And after that, every single entry is just compounded P&L. Compounded P&L over here, right? Just pure compounded P&L. And with the tool that I gave you, you could just compound it continuously on the chart. Really, really cool. Here's the tool again. Oh, let me show you. I guess I logged myself out. Yep, here's the tool. Here we go. Trying to see if I want to do anything here. Now let's buy it. What the hell? Let's see if it pops up a little bit. It gives me a chance to square away this account. Basically betting that this was a bottom, and it kind of holds the bottom, and we try to rally a little bit up. Really no rhyme or reason. I'm trying to figure out, like, what was moving gold up or down so much, but whatever it was, I'm going to just try to follow the flow. Yeah, it's really great. No Asia trade today, guys, because obviously we did FOMC today. But I think there'll actually be a lot of interesting trade in Asia in both gold and NQ, and you can apply all those techniques, to both products today. And I think it'll be really, really cool. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, watch this. See how fast it is? I wanted to get back up to 20,000 just for my own shits and giggles, because I took it down to like 6. I took it down 400 against me, and when I was fooling around, and then I started trading a little bit better. And you see how fast I was able to bring it back. Super fast. You cannot replicate the trading that I just showed you, and obviously it goes much higher now. With just point and click. This is keystroke trading that just puts you into the stratosphere. I wish I could do this on Tradingview. I'd be a master, but I can't. So we just do the usual stuff. Okay. Well, we have a little bit of a sell signal here. Okay, let's trade against very much a very, very tight stop. We're going to against this low. If it doesn't work, that's it. That's the beauty of it. We have a finite stop, but essentially an open-ended take profit now. This is just a neighborhood take profit. If I get more, I'll add more, and I'll keep the. I'm basically keeping this in case this thing just dumps and gives me unexpected bounty on the trade, which actually it's doing. All right, you know what? I'm going to take this because I got to go. $200 from the start of the session today. That's not bad. For government work, and there's a lot more to go. I just got to go do a lot of stuff. All right. Any final questions? Anything else on your mind, guys? Hope you guys had a great time on FOMC today. We definitely were able to clean up. We got funded on PPI. I'm going to replenish all these accounts tomorrow. We're going to start trading back to funded accounts. We'll just keep this one eval account to showcase the techniques, and I will absolutely update the range zone today to its final state, because I think I really have everything in that I need. The filters, the range filters, the dots. And what I'm going to do probably is cut a huge amount of code so that it becomes much, much simpler to configure. It's just going to be dots. And how do we want to configure the dots? Trend, counter trend, both. And how much of a filter we want to put into it. Do we want to put a range filter? Do we want to put a price delta filter into it? Those are the real 5-6 variables that make all the difference. And then after that, it just becomes, the Vince trade. It just becomes adding to winners as the price goes our way. That's the structure. Everybody vibing? You guys want to give me the ORB will be the next on my platter to finish up, just to clean up, because I want to make sure that the ORB is synchronized on the dot function the same way, like sort of, because ORB is basically ranges with dots involved. Oh, and the other thing I did today, this is really, really cool. You guys are really, really going to like it. The dots will also have the functionality to trade on the high-low or on the close. So if you put the dots on the close, in other words, the close is lower than, not that it beats the low, but it beats the close, which gives you obviously a looser entry structure. It gives you a lot more earlier dot signals. So if you want to be more aggressive on the dots, there'll be a flip switch that says, do you want to use high lows or closes as your dot function? So that's really going to be very cool. You're really going to like that. Is that astrology? Is that on the other evals that you're doing, the 3405s? You're not trading any fundeds right now, right? You need to see all the dots. Yes, all the filters can be lifted, and you can literally see every single dot. The whole point is to hide the dots to their most purest state. But if you want all the dots, you just unclick all the filters. Everything is configurable in this. I'm not taking any choice away. I'm simply giving you a lot more choice in terms of trading this. So that's going to be the story. Okay. Nothing is going to be taken away, but I am going to truncate the code. We're going to make it much smaller, tighter, and cleaner. And it's just, the whole idea is that we're just going to basically really focus on dots and just not worry about all the variant, the A setup, the Christmas tree. Those are all bullshit setups in the grander scheme of things, because the real setup is a dot pressure setup. You press the dots, press the dots, press the dots into the ultimate profit. That really is what I realized after doing all the filtration work and all the range work. So hopefully you guys will really like that. So I'm going to work on this tonight, and the regular time tomorrow, 9 o'clock, ready to go. And I think I'll be able to release the version for you guys on the range zone, and then the next thing is just going to work on the ORB one. But we're very close. I think it looks good. It looks good. Oh, the only other thing I will have in there is the point of control. I love the point of control functions for the reversal trades. They're really, really great at doing the reversal trades. Look, by the way, look how cool. I'm yapping, but we could have shorted here, and just remember, I shorted here and I gave it up here, but I could have pressed it here, and it just keeps going down. I still made a lot of money, but you could have made more money if you were just simply pressing the stuff. And you see, there's less chop. Dots are real, and the filter is letting us trade the dots, which is all really, really good. So yeah, I told you I thought today was going to be a down day. He came out relatively hawkish. Market was initially positive, but he doesn't sound like they're gonna cut rates. And there's zero chance that they're gonna cut rates, in my opinion. So there's very little support on the monetary side. Now it's just a matter of hey, is the economy strong enough to withstand the dollar a gallon gas shock? As hopefully we wind up the military activities there, take over Iranian oil, and bring it back down to $50 a barrel. That's the bullish case. All right, guys. Everybody have a great day. Any final questions? Anything else? Yeah, white dot, green dot, all those stuff, those are all there. They're not going away anywhere. It's just how they're going to be displayed in terms of the frequency, and that can be controlled strictly by you. You can have as many of them as possible or as few of them. I'm going to just what I'm going to try and do is make the UI a lot more structured and easy to work with. And the whole final component is going to be dot control. There'll be no more setups because the dot control is really there. Look at this shit. Look at this. We're going right through the fucking lows. God damn it. All right. I'm just missing trades. That's all. It doesn't matter. But the structure here really, really working. And you see how clean, you see how clean the filter, like basically every single trade that we have here is holding the high effectively. This one retraced a little bit. If you probably would have been out if you were just trailing by the dot, but I wouldn't be trailing by the dot. I'm pressing the dot to about 2 or 3 of them. Honestly, I would have been out of the trade over here. So those of you who are really greedy could have gotten a little bit more. But now we're going to get to the 700, and now I really want to trade the reversal, which is going to be the point of control trade. So that's actually the last thing I got to do is clean up the point of control function so that it can be really clean for you to like, oh, if I want to do a reversal, what's the level I want to enter at? That's going to be the reversal trade. Which, by the way, right now, you guys, we can play this at home as a final trade here, because you guys know I love reversals. This is the reversal trade right now. If we close above 27, we're trading against the low. Let's see what it wants to do. I'll hang with you for another 5 minutes. What the hell? Marcus got another half an hour to go. Oh yeah, 5 a.m. Peter. I know that feeling. Have a good night, man. Just the dots. I think I'm going to create a new song called Just the Dots. That's what we're going to do. Just the dots, hit the spots. I'll do it for tomorrow. All right, I'm playing one final round with you guys. I am playing the pop the reversal trade. If I can get it. I think I am trading this. Let me be sure. I wonder, hang on a second. Is it set to the closes or to the highs, lows? Highs, lows. Let's do it on the close. Here, I want to show you. The close dot method, here you go. The close dot method is, you see how many more, if you set it on closes, you see how many more dots you get? It just gives you, this is a looser configuration, but very much within the ethos of what we want to do, right? It actually gives me even a better chance of getting into the reversal early. So this is dots on the close versus dots on highs and lows, and you have the opportunity to do both. You see how easy it is? You just add it. You would have added a lot more on the close. Again, that's a more aggressive, but also a less filtered approach. But I think are really, really valuable. I just thought to myself, I was like, why are we constraining ourselves just to the highs and the lows when the close provides direction just as well? So in this case, the pop that we want is going to be this. It's around 724, basically, if it reverses. Let's see if it pops up. I have a feeling they're going to run the 700 and only reverse it then, but we'll see. Gold making a double bottom at the 450 level here, by the way, right here, making that little double bottom. I'm going to just take a tiny little bite on gold. Oh, actually, I don't want to. That's too big a size to come down to like 11. Buy a little bit more here, and just let it play. I'm not even going to bother watching it. I'm just going to buy a little bit to see if gold wants to pop a little bit. All right. I'm just hanging with you guys for this NASDAQ close. Get this a little bit bigger. The break trade is like right around here. That's 721. All right, 46 got to hold through this level. If it does, we'll trade against the low. All right, we're going to hold against the low. See if it wants to go higher. Let's see what gold is doing. Gold is up a little bit. We'll just take that last profit off, and we end up the day positive. Very nice. This one's coming back down to the lows. Going to let it play itself out. Let's see if it wants to just bounce around or whether this was the only bounce that we get here. The cool thing about trading highs and lows is you don't get this often, but when you do, it's incredibly profitable, is the V-shaped bottoms, the V-shaped tops, right? Most of the time, it's going to just be bouncing, 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 and you might be able to get a little bit off the lows. But occasionally, you're going to get the bounce and a V. And when you get a bounce and a V, you really compound your early entry because you can add, as you start getting dots up, you can add to that position, and it becomes super profitable. You don't get a lot of those, but when you do, they really pay off. The delta is very neutral here. It's still red. It needs to go to three bips for the delta to really do anything, to reconfigure. I'm actually curious. I want to try something. The delta is on. Oh, sorry, it's the wrong one. That's correct. It's actually 6.3. It's fine. Yeah, neither have I. Keith has done really well with it, but it's a lot easier to do the Keith trade, to do the Vince trade when you have the dots at your back. That's the whole idea. If you let the dots, drive your entries, it's a lot easier. So like right now, I got nothing, and I only have one entry. So the worst that happens is it's going to be a 20-point clip. It's going to be nothing. But if I get dots, then I have confidence to to do further entries. That's the whole beauty of the thing. You let the dots basically drive your entries beyond the initial entry that you have. Just the dots, ma'am. That's right. Just the dots. All right, we're churning around here, churning around. Buyers trying to squeeze the shorts. Maybe a little bit of volume coming in, and they are kind of starting to squeeze the shorts, which is good. The delta is still neutral. I'm going to get out, guys, because I gotta go. But you get the idea. Nice trade. Actually, without any effing effort on my part, literally just putzing around today because I wanted to show you the whole all the prime thing with the scalper. Really nice, clean numbers. $220 on the fresh account, and the account. Which account is funded? Oh, the account is in wealth charts. This account is funded in wealth charts. We're going to go fund this one, and then we'll have, how many wealth charts am I going to have? I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we still have one free one over there. So 6 wealth charts, about 8 trade of 8s. We're going to start really working those accounts on press the dots strategy, and I will rewrite the whole. Guidebook so that it'll be super clean with just those trades, the ORB trades and the reversal trades, and it'll be really, really nice. Okay, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody have a great day. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. Really a lot of fun trading with you guys today. Take care.